The story of Gabby Petito is a heartbreaking true crime that has captivated the world, drawing attention not only to the tragedy of her life, but to the larger epidemic of domestic violence and the pervasive silence that often surrounds it. Gabby was a young woman full of potential, with a sweet and charismatic nature that made her a perfect fit for the world of social media. She was building a promising career as a travel vlogger and influencer, documenting her cross-country journey with her boyfriend, Laundrie. Her dream was simple: to explore the world and share it with others through her digital lens. But what was meant to be an adventure turned into a nightmare. In the days leading up to her disappearance, Gabby's bubbly and likable personality seemed at odds with the turmoil brewing beneath the surface. Videos from their road trip showed the couple exploring scenic landscapes, but the reality of their relationship was far more turbulent. The disturbing police body cam footage from Moab, Utah, where officers responded to a domestic dispute between the two, was one of the first red flags. Gabby appeared distressed, while Brian seemed calm, though investigators failed to recognize the full extent of the danger she was in. As Gabby's family grew more worried after losing contact with her, Brian returned home to Florida without her. He stayed at his parents' house, driving the very van the couple had used for their travels, and offered no explanation for her absence. The Laundrie family remained tight-lipped, refusing to cooperate with authorities or speak to Gabby's frantic parents, who were desperate for any information. The Laundrie's silence has been one of the most unsettling aspects of this case. Brian's parents knew Gabby. They had welcomed her into their home, and she had lived with them before embarking on this ill-fated trip. Yet, when it mattered most, they refused to speak. It seemed they knew more than they were letting on, withholding information that could have helped in the search for Gabby. Whether out of fear, loyalty to their son, or something darker, their silence made a heartbreaking situation even worse. As the world now knows, Gabby's body was eventually found in Wyoming's Bridger-Teton National Forest. Her death was ruled a homicide, and Brian Laundrie was the prime suspect. After weeks of eluding authorities, Brian's remains were discovered in a Florida nature reserve, leaving many questions unanswered and fueling speculation about the full extent of his parents' involvement or knowledge. Their silence robbed Gabby's family of precious time that may have been crucial in understanding what had happened to her and possibly saving her. Gabby's story is tragic, not just because of the life she lost, but because her fate is all too common. Domestic violence is an epidemic, often hidden behind closed doors, with too many women suffering in silence or being failed by those around them. Gabby's dreams of becoming a successful influencer and vlogger were ripped away from her, just as countless other women have had their futures stolen by abusive partners. Her parents, devastated by their loss, have turned their grief into action. They established the Gabby Petito Foundation to help find missing girls and support victims of domestic violence, ensuring that Gabby's legacy is not one of despair, but of hope and protection for others. Gabby's story is a reminder that domestic abuse can happen to anyone, and we must speak out, intervene, and demand accountability from those who remain silent. If only the Laundries had spoken up sooner, maybe, just maybe, Gabby's fate could have been different. But through the work of her family, Gabby's voice continues to be heard, helping others find safety before it's too late.